This video is made for adult collectors because Gears is a grumpy old man. Gears. 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 Die, Gears. Gears is dead now. I've already started this by reading the wrong line. So, using the word perfect to describe something is very subjective, but Gears is really good. They put all the stops out on this thing and gave him some of the nicest plastics, amazing articulation, some smooth engineering, and a couple of fun Easter eggs. This is Legacy Gears. And this is Smallfoot. Gears was a mainline release and Smallfoot came in the GoBots 3-pack with Pathfinder and Treads. This mold, the first thing that hit me when I took it out of the box and attached the included chest piece that they mentioned and people still missed and packed separately because it's easily removable. Your Gears isn't broken, don't worry. I've seen some people put Gears up for sale saying, oh, he's missing his chest, but it's in the box. You just need to open the paper thing. But the plastic feels so good for a retail deluxe. Sure, it's not like 86 prime level, but its density and like the part wall thickness and all that, it just feels nice. It's a hand feel thing. And the colors. I like how bright and vibrant the reds and blues are with the silver on the chest and the gray that they picked. While it doesn't match the silver fully, it still accents well enough that I'm okay with it being there. And Smallfoot is the same sort of situation. She, I believe, has the same red as Gears. I could be wrong, but it's so close. But the shade of orange is very nice. It's not in your face, but it's vibrant enough to go with that red. Smallfoot is based off of an eHobby toy released in 2004 on the G1 Gears mold. I kind of want to get that original eHobby set one day now. They did put the fake wheels on the shoulders, which is kind of funny. Doesn't bug me at all, but I know it will bother some, so it is worth pointing out. They do have a bit of a backpack each, but it's not unmanageable. It's big and it does stick out, but like both of them have enough of a base at the feet so that they stand and don't fall over. And the opening chest on Gears can reveal his internals, like in the episode Changing Gears, I think. Both of them actually do that. There's no change between the two's like detail. What is changed though is the head sculpt. Gears looks like Gears. Really wish he had more of a grumpy facial expression, but they nailed the shape and the silver is lush. Smallfoot's head is very, very GoBot. Like, I think this is one of the best GoBot heads that they've done on these modern GoBot redecos. The glasses and the sculpted in chin. They both come with the same gun. Smallfoot's is painted though, because she got a box set budget, but it is a nice gun. It pegs into the back for storage, and it kind of looks like a radio antenna, like one of the backpacks a UNSC soldier would wear or something. Now, the other thing that like massively blew me away with this when I got it out of the box was the articulation. It's wild. So, Sideswipe, bear with me. Sideswipe. This is like your most basic standard deluxe. It does everything I'd want a deluxe to do, and it does it well. There are a couple of issues with it still, like the chest doesn't tab in, and you know, it doesn't have double elbows, the knees don't bend 90. So there's no wrist swivels. Like it does everything I'd want a deluxe to do, but there could be some better stuff on it. But everybody knows how this mold works, and this is how you'd want your deluxes to work. If they work worse than this, then you have problems. Gears, on the other hand, goes above and beyond what this mold has. It adds so much. It's kind of nuts, and it's like a lot smaller, so it's kind of funny. But to start with, the head is on a ball joint. You can look up that far, you can look down that far. Even given the head shape, you get a little bit of tilt, and it's just enough that it does kind of change his expression a little bit, which is nice. I know there really isn't much of a way around that given the head shape, but I'm like that it's there anyways. The head can rotate. Now it does push the backpack out a little bit when you rotate it. There it goes. But the backpack's not loose. It's not going to come out at all. So I don't have issue with that slightly bumping the backpack out. You give a nice range of head motion. The shoulders can do a full 360 degrees. They can go out that far. You have a bicep swivel, which blends in so seamlessly with the sculpt there, even though it's like all one part. I love that. You have the smoothest double elbow. It's very nice. You have a wrist rotation, and then because why not, Gears has backwards and forwards butterfly joints. That's how you say that word. And they have such a huge range, and they're like useful. That's for transformation, but it's insane how it's there. It only has to go this way for transformation, so the fact that they let you move it out as well, I love that. He does have a waist joint. The hips can go forward, they can go back, they can go in and out. You have thigh rotation, you have a double jointed knee, then you have an ankle tilt. Now there's no forward and back at the feet, which normally I like when there's forward and back at the feet. However, if you tilt his foot down and you want to simulate that, the heel can fold out to keep him balanced still. So you can get that going. So it kind of compensates for the lack of a foot forward and back, so I'm okay with it not being there. But like, you never expect Gears, or Smallfoot as well, to be this posable. Like, it's so much more articulated than this, and it feels nice. None of the joints on either of my copies are loose at all. Everything tabs together super well. I mean, this does push the backpack out. That's the only like problem I'd say with the tabbing, but like, again, if the backpack's like a little loose, it's not falling, right? So I don't really see that as an issue. So yeah, the robots are pretty much fantastic. I have like little to no complaints about this thing that mean anything. It's just great. And now how about that buttery smooth engineering? So the transformation of Gears is really, really fun. And you can kind of see how it's going to work by looking at the figure, but it still does some cool things in the torso that I think are nice. So to start with, we are going to just straighten everything out. Fold up the arms on their double elbows. Then what we're going to do is take this section, bring it out. You're going to fold out these bits. Now, if you want to do Hasbro customer support for this figure at all, it's right there. So there you go. Then this comes forward. You want to take this section here, pull it out. We're going to flip out the wheels. Then we're going to take the legs, flip out the heels, then fold the legs up on their double knees and peg these into place. Get the roof lined up and squeezed in. Bring this back section, peg it together. It will peg in. Oh, I ripped the chest off. Here and here, and then here and here on the back of the legs. So you just bring that up, peg that together, peg the back in, then take the arms here, and they are going to fold inward like this. Now, the only transformation issue that I have is these pegs right here. These little pegs going into the shoulders. Lining them up can be a little bit of a pain, and sometimes they will push each other out, so you gotta like really get in there and squeeze it. And that, oops, and they're popping out again. That's the only issue that I have with the transformation. Everything else is like buttery, silky smooth. But there you go. Now, that little issue there isn't really present on my Smallfoot. Transforming Smallfoot. Off camera. Same friggin' toy. See, on Smallfoot here, it just fits. It just works. Everything sits in place, and then I can continue the rest of the transformation without any problems at all. And it all sort of stays in place. But my Gears has that little itty bitty issue. Yep, and the wheels. But yeah, that transformation is very fun to do. They're out of focus. You get the idea. The only visual issue I have with this alt mode is the fact that the wheels on the front are a little too thin. It means looking at this thing straight on looks a bit funky. Everything else though, I love. It compacts super well, and the way the robot limbs fold up to form the truck. Like once pointed out, you can see the arms and legs, but like they're still pretty well hidden and integrated that they aren't in your face, even though you know that that's the legs and that's the arms. The weapon can store on the side, and it sits close enough to the body that I'm not bothered by it. It blends in pretty okay. Smallfoot's blends in a bit better because it's silver, but it doesn't like stick out as much as others do. The ride height is so nice, so even though it doesn't have any pinned wheels, it rolls pretty well. The chest is just hanging out the back, which to some can be a bit but to me, I don't really care. Overall though, is this the perfect deluxe? For modern day, I think I'd say so. It does like everything I would want a deluxe to do and more, and it's fucking Gears. It's kind of nuts. Of course I recommend one. There's this one, the GoBot one, and the new retro Walmart one that Walmart Canada actually apparently says it's out now. You can get it for store pickup, I guess. Sure, but like you have plenty of options and they're not expensive. So if you want a good deluxe, like a really good deluxe, I definitely recommend picking up Gears. But that's my look at Transformers Legacy United or Evolution. I think he's United. United, Gears, and Smallfoot. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.